Okay. Good morning everyone. So we will continue the rest of the part of the respiration. Okay. Previous day we have completed the breathing process, how the breathing occurs inside your body. Today we will continue from the chapter 112, and that is the sneezing. Why do we sneeze? Okay. Why do we sneeze? So you know that when you inhale, the different types of dust particles, different types of minerals particles, that is lead, phosphorus, sulfur, that get inside pollen grains that present in the flower also, they are get inside your body. Okay. And when they get enter in your body, they get trapped in the nasal cavity inside your body. So in the nose cavity there is some hair like structures are present, they trap this type of particles. Okay. So you feel irritated and you sneeze. When you sneezing, they get out from your nasal cavity and it protects actually your body from the dust particles. If dust particle get inside in your body, that is foreign particle, unwanted particle, your body doesn't know that what is this. So the cells WBC that present in fight against any type of disease, they start to fight against inside your body. There is some inflammation occurs inside your body that may cause the allergy. Okay. So the air around us has various types of unwanted particles such as smoke, dust and pollen, etc. When we inhale, the particles get trapped in the air present in our nasal cavity. Obviously that particle that present in your air get trapped in the nasal cavity. However, sometimes these particles may get past the air in the nasal cavity. Sometimes they passes through this air. Okay. This may irritate the lining of the cavity. When get inside in the body, obviously it start to move, that feel irritated in your nasal cavity, as a result of which we sneeze. Okay. Sneezing expels these foreign particles from the inhaled air and dust-free clean air enters in your body. Okay. Sneeze that helps to expel, that is get rid of this particle from your body. So that's why we sneeze. Okay, clear everyone? Why do we sneeze? Because they are harmful particles, they prevent from the harmful particles from our body. When you sneeze, you should cover your nose so that foreign particles you expel are not inhaled by the other person. Obviously, when you sneeze, you just cover your face, because when you take yarn, when you sneeze, there is some viruses, bacteria, some harmful materials just get out of your body. But if any person just stand in front of you, that may get inside that person's body. So you should be careful about that. When you sneeze, just cover your face to prevent the entering this type of particles in another person's body. Okay. Smoking damages lungs. Smoking is also linked to the cancer. It must be avoided. Obviously, smoking is very harmful for our health. The nicotine, tobacco, which are present in the any type of materials that is related to the smoking, that get inside your body. The carbon dioxide, the harmful gases that get inside the lungs, and that causes the lungs cancer. Okay, so avoid this type of bad habit. Everyone has ghosting, he and she expand the maximum. Okay, no need to read that. Activity 10.4. So how you inhale and exhale, how does our expansion of your lungs occurs, chest occurs, you can observe through this experiment. First, take a deep breath. When you inhale, your chest get expansion. Okay. কত তারিখ 25 বোধহয় নাকি So measure the size of the chest with a measuring tape and record your observation. Measure the size of chest when expanded and indicate the classmate shows the maximum expansion of your chest. So when you inhale, just expansion of your chest occurs. So that's why you can measure the chest expansion or size of your chest by any type of tape. Okay. You can understand the mechanism of breathing by a simple model. Take a white plastic bottle, remove the bottom, get a Y-shaped glass or plastic tube. Make a hole in the lid so that the tube may pass through it to the forked end of the tube to detail the balloon. So, you just make you can make that structure very easily. You just take one plastic bottle, this type of structures. Cut down the lower portion and cover it with rubber bands. There is some handle that you can hold it and you can pull up and push up. Okay. And there is a cork like structures are present, one tube like structure present, there is cork at the end and two balloons are added at the end. Okay. So, when you pull that part, that get expand, so air enters inside this body to fill that vacuum place. So, the balloons will be swell up. Okay. And when you push up, the space will be small, the air get outside of this bottle, so the balloon will be shrink. Okay. So, this is the process of the inhalation and exhalation occurs in our lungs. You can represent that by this type of experiments. Take a white plastic bottle, remove the bottom, the Y-shaped glass or plastic tube, obviously Y-shaped glass or plastic tube. Make a hole in the lid so that tube may pass through it. The lid, there is a hole so that tube get inside this bottle, and now two fork end fixed to it, two deflated balloons. So, there is two balloons are present. Now, cap the bottle and make it airtight. To open the base of the bottle, a tight thin rubber plastic sheet using as a rubber band. So, you just rubber sheet, you covered it by a rubber band. Okay. And pull the rubber sheet from the base downwards, switch the balloons, you can pull it. So, push the rubber sheet. Okay. And change the size of the balloons. Why do balloons in the thin model represent rubber? Now, you should able to explain the mechanism of the breathing. When you just pull up, there is so much place are available. So, that is vacuum, and this vacuum place will be filled with the air, that now air get rushed inside that bottle. Okay. And when you push up the air, the space will be small, so air get outside of this bottle. Okay. And it will be shrink and expansion occurs. What do balloons in this model represent? What is the rubber sheet represent? Take a cylinder, clean test tube or glass plastic bottle, make a hole in its lid, fix it in the bottle. Pour some freshly prepared lime water in the test tube. Insert a plastic straw through the hole in the lid in such a way that dips in the lime water. Now, bottle gently through the straw a few times. Is there a change in the appearance of lime water? Can you exchange? So, you can see that you take lime water, lime means polytune in Bengali. Okay. So, you can take some polytune or lime inside the water, and you can take some water, and there is a straw. You just blow through this straw and you can see that the water will be milky white, because the carbon dioxide oxygen get inside through this body and that reacted with the calcium carbonate. Okay. So, that is why it will be white in color. No need to remember that, you just saw the change of the color, that lime water white. Okay. You are aware that you inhale or exhale the mixture of gases. Why do we exhale? Why do we exhale only carbon dioxide or a mixture of gases along with it? You must have also observed that you have exhaled in a mirror. A film of moisture appear on its surface. From you these droplets come. Bozos wants to know that how much air in the person can hold in the lungs. Okay. Breathe. Regular traditional breathing exercise can increase the capacity of lungs to take the more air. The more oxygen can be supplied to the body cell, resulting in the more energy. Okay. So, breathing is important to supply energy inside your body. When you feel hungry, when you take yawn, okay, when you feel thirsty, this is the symptoms. Your body indicates you, they want to tell you that we need some rest, we need some food, we need water for energy. Okay, when you take some food, when you drink water, when you take sleep, some short nap, you feel refreshed because your body re-energized. Okay, so that's why you feel why we feel hungry. We do not take food, we cannot take water. So what happened? That's not proper. That is not proper way. We need water, food, sleep. This is important for our body to re-energize, to refresh our body. Okay. Regular traditional breathing exercise can increase the capacity of the lungs to take more air. So when you do the physical exercise, it also helps to increase the size of the lungs. If some breathing problems also occurs, the expansion of the lungs, that is do work properly. Thus, more oxygen can be supplied to the body cells, resulting in releasing the more energy. Obviously, when oxygen get inside in your body, how the more oxygen produce more energy. Okay. The percentage of oxygen and carbon dioxide in inhaled and exhaled air. Inhaled air, that is very short type of question. Remember that what is the amount of the oxygen in inhaled air, what is the carbon dioxide in the exhaled air. Okay. Lungs, inhaled air and exhaled air. Inhaled air oxygen 21% O2. Exhaled air oxygen 16.4% O2. Inhaled air carbon dioxide 0.04% and exhaled air 4.4% CO2. Okay. So you just remember the percentage of oxygen and carbon dioxide outside of your body. Here everyone, inhaled air and exhaled air. Now, breathing in others animals. So, this is the breathing process of the human beings. The other mammals also, goat, cow, any animals, birds, any other animals also, higher organisms, they can breathe in this process which contains lungs. Okay, but what about the other animals who does not contain lungs? So, let's see how they breathe. Okay. Animals such as elephants, lions, cows, goats, frogs, lizards, snakes, birds have lungs in their chest cavities like the human beings. All of these animals have lungs in their chest cavities. How do the organisms breathe? Do they also have lungs like those of the human beings? Let us find out. Cockroach. A cockroach has small opening in the side of the body. So, if you have seen the cockroach bodies, they have this type of the body structure. There is the small opening in the side of the body. Not only in the body of the cockroach, the other insects also contains this type of the openings at the side of their body. This is called spiracles. Okay. So, what is spiracles? The openings that present in the body of the others animals, that is called spiracles. Okay. Insects have a network of air tube called trachea for gaseous exchange. So, they have some tube like structure that is called trachea. Okay. So, the respiratory organs of the cockroach or insects, that is spiracles and trachea. Okay. Oxygen rushes, air rushes through the spiracles into the tracheal tube. So, oxygen, just like human beings, oxygen get inside your body, enter through which path? That is nasal cavity. So, in the body of the insects, there is also oxygen can get entered in their body through the small openings, that is called spiracles. We have also trachea. Through this the air get or windpipe, that is get air inside the lungs of the body. So, same structure, the air get inside your cockroach body through the spiracles, then the air get transferred to the different body parts through the trachea, tube like structures. Okay. Oxygen air rushes through the spiracles into the tracheal tubes, diffuses into the body tissue and reaches every cell of the body. Similarly, carbon dioxide from the cell goes into the tracheal tubes and moves out through spiracles. These air tubes or trachea are found only in the insects and not in other animals. So, only trachea and air tubes, first air get inside through the trachea spiracles, then trachea, then different body parts. Okay, this is the process of the respiration in the insect's body. So, what are the respiratory organs of the insects? That is trachea and spiracles. Next, earthworm. You know that you have already read about the earthworm. They can respire through their skin. So that's why their skin contain moisture, jelly-like, slime-like structures, because it contains the moisture, and when the oxygen get trapped inside this moisture and they respire. So that's why earthworm never comes out from these burrows, because when they comes under the sunlight, their body will maybe get dry, and when they get dry, the oxygen get removed from their body, so they will die. Okay. So earthworms breathe through their skin. The skin of an earthworm feels moist and slimy on touching. Gases can easily pass through them. So the slimy structures that beneath under the skin, that helps to transfer the oxygen throughout the body. So the respiratory organs of the earthworm is skin. Now frogs have a pair of lungs of human beings, and they can also breathe through their skin, which is moist and slippery. Okay. So obviously they are also moist and slippery. Rahul, no need to stay here, you can go. Don't disturb and don't write this type of the comments on the chat box. I know what is the time. So when the frog, their tadpole form, their respiratory organs is gills, okay, but the adult frog respiratory organs is lungs and skin. Okay. So this is up to for the today. We will continue the rest of the part. Ma'am, does earthworm also have trachea? No, earthworm don't have trachea. They are just respire through the skin. Only you can, Sampurna, you can read the chapter parts of the cockroach. Here is clearly said that trachea and spiracles are only present in the insect's body. Okay, clear everyone? So today, up to further today, we will continue the rest of the part in my next video. Thank you so much everyone. Bye everyone.